So, my name is Edwige Simon, and I'm the Faculty Director of the Graduate Certificate in Language Teaching with Technology, offered by the University of Colorado Boulder. And I'm going to, in this webinar, I'm going to go over the following items. I'm going to talk about the program requirements. I'm going to talk about the registration process, and then I'm going to go over the 5 summer courses that we offer, and then you'll have a chance to just ask any questions that you have. So let's talk a little bit about the certificate program. The certificate program is offered by the Division of Continuing Education. Nonetheless, you are still receiving regular graduate credits that you can, if you want, transfer towards a degree program. Now, when it comes down to credit transfer, it is the receiving institution that decides whether or not to accept credits. So they make the decisions. But you could, I don't see why an institution would refuse to take those credits towards, let's say, a master's in second language acquisition. We're actually in the process of doing partnerships with various master's programs across the country. So although the credits come from the Division of Continuing Education, these are regular graduate credits. The program is for foreign language educators and TESOL or ESL educators. And it is focused on language teaching with a technology focus. In terms of the admissions, all you need to start taking courses with us is a BA and an affiliation. You have to have an affiliation with the field of language education. We occasionally have teachers from other subjects take our courses, but almost all the readings that we do are language learning and language teaching specific. So you can start taking courses with us and you can start accumulating credits. And when you reach the 12 required credits, you get the certificate. You have to complete the 2 required courses. But you can also take a course or 2 just based on your interest. And this is actually how a lot of students end up getting the certificate. They get started and they don't want to stop. You have up to 3 years to complete the program. And so you can really complete the program by taking 1 course in the fall, 1 in the spring, maybe 2 in the summer. And that's a very reasonable timeline. Or you can go faster. I've had students complete the program in 3 semesters. The cost of the program is $495 per credit hour. And this is the same price for in-state, out-of-state, and international students. And there are no other fees. And so basically this is what you would have to pay. And we have 1 credit, 2 credit, and 3 credit hour courses, and I'll show you what we're offering this summer. Moving on to courses. So this summer, we're going to offer 5 courses. Like I said, if you see something that you're interested in, you can just go ahead and take it. I'll talk a little bit about the registration process at the end. But you don't have to declare any intention to complete the certificate. You can just register for 1 course or 2 courses. The first course this summer is a course on second language acquisition and teaching methods. And this course is going to be taught by a senior instructor of Spanish at the University of Colorado. Her name is Ann Becker. And I guess I might as well just jump on the slide and tell you a little bit. It's worth 2 graduate credits, and the course will start May 31st and end July 18th. So a couple things about the courses. Registration is first come, first serve. And you have until the Wednesday before the course starts to register. And I wouldn't wait until the last minute for this particular course. It's a great course and it tends to fill up. But really, you have some time. There is room in the course. It is a course where you're going to do weekly readings and you're going to engage in discussions on the discussion board with your classmates and with your instructors. And then there is a final paper you're going to start writing the second week of the course, and every week you're going to add on to your paper. The goal of this course is for you to be able to explain to anybody, parents, teachers, administrators, why you teach the way you do. And you're going to, actually in this course there is 1 required reading, and it's Bill von Patten's While We Are on a Topic. Most of the time, all the readings, all the course materials are provided within the course shell, so you don't have to buy additional material. So this is the first course that we're offering this summer. And if you visit my website, each course has a dedicated page where you can find information about the timeline, the course instructor, what we're covering in the course, and you can also request a copy of the syllabus. The second course that we'll be offering this summer is blended and online language instruction. It used to be a course only on teaching languages online, and then I've changed it a little bit, and we really address teaching both in a blended format and in a fully online format. It is also a 7-week course, and it will start June 7th and go all the way till July 25th. Also 2 graduate credits, also $9.90, and that's the total course for the total cost for the course. And so in this course, we will explore the topic of blended and online language instruction. And I think this is going to be really useful because I know a lot of people right now are teaching remotely. And I want to emphasize that teaching remotely is not the same thing as teaching online. I'll share with you a short paper that I wrote for the Colorado Congress of Language Teachers called "Remote Teaching is Not Online Teaching." But this is really a course that you could take, and you could really bring in everything you've learned when you had to start teaching remotely. But it will also be interesting to see how everything that you've learned during those weeks is going to apply and how it's going to change your face-to-face classroom. So it's a great course. I taught it 5 or 6 times, and I improve it every time, and it works really well. You also work on the final project starting the 2nd week of the course. You choose a unit that you're very familiar with, and you're going to slowly, over the course of 6 weeks, you're going to transform it into an online unit. And then you are going to present it to the class. And every week we do readings on various aspects of teaching online. For example, how to keep your students motivated, attrition. We spent a whole week discussing oral proficiency because that's really the topic that a lot of teachers want to talk about. Can we really help students develop proficiency in a full online course? Just generally, all the certificate courses are asynchronous. And what that means is that you don't have to be online at a specific time. Occasionally in the summer, we offer live sessions, but they're optional. And so if you're worried about having to be at a certain place at a certain time every week, it's not the case in my courses. The third course that we're going to offer this summer is the foundation course. That's the course you want to take if you want to pursue the certificate because it's offered only once a year. It's worth 3 graduate credits, and it's a 9-week course, and it will start June 14th and go all the way until August 15th. It is a foundation course, and so we talk about important topics such as ADA compliance, copyrights. We talk about technology integration models. And then we look at one technology, we look at Flipgrid, and then we start really looking at Flipgrid from a variety of angles. So it's a required courses for certificate seekers, and it's only offered in the summer. And then I was going to say our last course, but it's not our last course. It's our second to last course. Global Voices, Telecollaboration, and Language Learning is a brand new course. It is also a 3 credit hour course, a 9-week course. We'll start June 21st and we'll finish August 22nd. And it's a course where we're going to talk about ways to connect our students with native speakers of the target language. And so we're going to look at all the models out there, one-to-one, group-to-group, whole class exchanges. And we're also going to look at synchronous tools and asynchronous tools. When we think connecting our students with native speakers, we often think Zoom and live exchanges, and we have to factor in the time difference, but it really is not the case, necessarily the case. And so we'll look at all these models. And we will also look at the different types of activities that we can organize in order to make sure that these exchanges really lead to improved proficiency for our students. So it's a brand new course. And if you've taken the previous version of the telecollaboration course that used to be offered in the spring, you can take this course again. It's a completely different curriculum, and so you would get credit again. All right. And now this is our last course, and we'll start July 6th, and it will end August 17th, 2020. Sorry about that. And this course is for teachers who want to work on their own proficiency. The way this works is that it's really a 5-week course. The first week is an orientation week. That's the week where you let me know what language you teach, and then I find a language partner for you. So it's a week where we get organized. And then the course itself is really a 5-week course, during which every week you're going to meet with a language partner for 30 minutes twice a week. So an hour a week for a total of 5 hours. And it might not seem like a lot of time, but it actually makes a huge difference in terms of proficiency, fluency, and also in terms of confidence. It's a course that we've offered every spring, summer, and fall since we launched the program. It's a little bit different. The focus is not teaching with technology, but one of the aspects that we cover in the readings in this course is how can we organize exchanges for our students. And so we start touching on the topics of telecollaboration exchange, and we start getting ideas. So of course, definitely great, especially if you think, and I think it's going to be difficult to travel this summer. So this is a great alternative. All right. This is a sample week in a certificate course. So I don't necessarily always teach all the courses, but once you've taken one certificate course, all the other certificate courses are built on the same model. And so once you've taken a course, you will be familiar with the system. New weeks always start on Sunday and end on Saturday. And so the course is organized by unit, and each unit lasts 1 week. So, and usually, unless there is a pandemic or something, the whole course is open by the 3rd week of the course. I'm going to go to maybe the next slide, because I think it gives you a better picture. We have some scribbles on the screen, but it gives you a better picture of what a typical week looks like. And so usually the first thing that you have to do is read a unit overview and look at the course objectives, and that takes about 20 minutes. And then you have to do some readings, and here you have to do some gameplay, because this is an example from the gaming course. But in other courses, sorry, you don't play games, or not as many games as in the gaming course. And then starting on Wednesday, the discussion starts. It takes place on the discussion board, and then you have to answer 2 of the initial questions. And then by Saturday, you have to post an answer to at least 2 of your classmates. And usually at the end of the week, a portion of your final project is due. And so the final project is going to be different in each course, but in almost each course, you have a final project that is scaffolded over the course of 7 weeks. And then you have the option, we have a private Facebook group. We also have a WhatsApp group that we use to just ask questions and share resources, but this assignment is optional. Just gonna go to my sample week to see if I forgot something, but I don't think so. In fact, there is a page on our website where students who've taken certificate courses have presented webinars on their work, and so you can get a sense of what the projects are like. Moving on. These are some sample discussion questions. So it is a graduate level course. We are reading academic articles, but there is always a mix of academic articles, research, and then blog posts or articles from the FLT mag. And so my goal is to really provide everybody with strong foundations in the theory. But also I want everybody to come out of each week with practical ideas. And so usually the discussion questions are going to prompt you to connect what you've read to what you do in the classroom, or how you could apply what you've read to your current classroom. So for example, this is a typical question that I post every week: react to an aspect of the readings that caught your attention. So I always give everybody a chance to talk about whatever they want to talk about. Here's another example: share strategies that you have used to differentiate instruction for your students. And this is from the Foundations course. Here's a question from the discussion board of the Teacher Proficiency course. Have you ever experienced any form of foreign language anxiety in the past? We actually read a whole text on foreign language anxiety. Do you use games or gaming strategies in your classes? And so these are sample discussion questions. You have to refer back to the readings, but we're really talking about practice in all the certificate courses. These are sample deliverables or assignments. Here, design a simple lesson plan using VoiceThread, specify the level of your students and your learning objectives. The assignments are a lot more structured than that, but I just want to give you an idea of the type of assignments that you would be doing. What's really great about the certificate courses is that we type all of our papers, reflections, and lesson plans or brainstorms in Google Documents, and everybody has access to everybody's work. There is actually a requirement at the end of each week to comment on other people's work. And so when you're done with a course, you don't just have the things that you wrote and that you designed, but if 15 other people took the course with you, you're also taking home dozens of lesson plans and ideas. Moving on, we also have a demo course. Again, if you visit our website, it's in the nav bar. And so if you visit the demo course, it's really going to show you what our Canvas platform looks like, what the discussion board looks, even simple questions and simple answers. So if you're curious about that aspect of the course, definitely check out the demo course. So that's it for the certificate presentation. I like to keep it short. These are all students who have taken courses with us, and you can email them if you have any questions about the workload, the program, or their experience. I'm going to show you on the website where to go to find the demo course. Here we go, the site is loading. And so here, I'm not finding the demo course, of course, right now. But here under student projects, you have all the projects that students have done before. I've reorganized the website, so I must have moved this item. But you have interviews with students and just different classroom projects that they've developed and implemented in their classroom. And there are about, I think, 15 different projects. And even if you're not interested in taking certificate courses, I really strongly recommend you look at these projects because they're really great. You have information about tuition and funding here. And then let's see, the demo course is on the About page. So you will find it here. And under Meet Our Graduates, you will read some bios of students who have graduated from the program over the years. And a lot of the students have provided their email addresses here. So I'm going to unshare my screen and ask you if you guys have any questions. Just let me know if you have questions. Oh, question about maybe registration. I think I mentioned before that this is a non-degree program. And so although it's a non-degree program, as you go through the registration process, you're actually going to become a CU student. And so there is a form that you need to fill out. There are very detailed instructions on the website. Let me see if I can bring the website back up just real quick to show you those instructions. And I'm bringing this up because the registration process is not super intuitive. And so under register, you have new students registration instruction. And it's a 3-step process. So it's really important. I really recommend that you print this page so that you can just follow along as you complete the different steps, because you are going to have to visit different sites. If at any point during the registration process you get stuck, just call Continuing Education or email them and they'll be able to help you right away. They're really good about that. So Victoria asks, how much is the course? So it depends. The cost per course, it depends on the number of credits. So 1 credit course, $495, 2 credit, $990, 3 credit, $1485. It's a little under $6,000 for the whole program. You have a breakdown here. I'm going to just, under the About page, and I'm going to copy a link. Another thing that might be useful, here we go. On each of the course pages, and maybe I should just continue sharing my screen because it's just going to be a little easier like that. Let's see. So under Summer 2020 courses, you have this link to request the syllabus, but if you click on it, and I'm going to change it, I'm going to call it something different. You have a course page that is dedicated to each course, and it also has the registration instructions, and you can actually request a copy of the syllabus. So if you want to know more about what it, and you also have testimonials by students who've taken the courses before. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. So you can register at any time. And if you want to know, if you register today, I would have to look at the registration sheet, but you're not charged right away. That's one thing. The other thing is you have the drop date here. And so, for example, what this means is that if you decide to take the second language acquisition course, you sign up, you start the course May 31st, but you have until June 7th to drop with a full refund. And so you really have a whole week to make up your mind as to whether you want to take this course. And so it's not like you're making a commitment to take this course and you're going to be charged the tuition right away and you don't have the option to change your mind. You do have the option to change your mind. Let's see. And I'll just hang in there for a couple more minutes to see if we get any more questions. But if not, thank you so much for attending. I know everybody has been spending a lot of time on screens, and so I really tried to keep the presentation short. But I hope I answered everybody's question. Oh, I know what I was going to say. If by any chance your school is willing to help you pay for some of the courses, on each of the course page, there is a link to a template funding letter. And so this is so that you don't have to write this letter from scratch, and you can open it and make a copy, and you can customize it to, you can add things, but you will have at least a base, something to start with. So yeah, other than that, I think it's going to be a great summer. Enrollment is already happening. And a really fun aspect of taking certificate courses is the content is great, but honestly, probably the best part, or at least this is what students always say, what they like best is meeting other teachers who are teaching anywhere in the country or abroad. It's a really great opportunity to create connection and to expand your network. All right, I think we're good. If you have any questions, if you think of something later tonight, we have live chat enabled on our website, and so you can always enter your question there, or you can email me. Thank you, everybody, and have a great night. Bye.